Warning: the following opinions and views of the Chrono Shack Podcast do not reflect the sport of airsoft as a whole. Viewer discretion is advised. Alrighty, what is happening, y'all? Welcome to the Chrono Shack Podcast. Welcome back. I'm your host, TDL Sasquatch, and today we've got some news happening in the airsoft world. We're going to talk about a lot of new things that are happening, especially in the replica biz. Some heavy hitters have recently been releasing some very nice new replicas. VFC, Arcturus, stuff like that. And also a new line of Crytags. So let's get into those, shall we? I hope you guys have had a great weekend. Actually, first off, I want to give you guys an update on the giveaway that I'm going to be doing at Nighthawk Paintball and Airsoft as soon as it's done and thoroughly tested. So what we have right here is a Tokyo Marui, an actual Tokyo Marui VSR-10. I just installed the Maple Leaf trigger unit to it, and we're going to be building up the sniper as a giveaway prize for one of the Command & Conquers, one of the big events that'll be at Nighthawk Paintball and Airsoft. It is going to be somebody who wants to improve their sniper gameplay, who has been, it pains me to say this. I would not recommend this for a new player to get. But, I mean, if the new player wants to learn how to do the play style, then, I'm all ears. Like, go for it. It's just that thought process of, you're getting into the sport and you try sniping right away, and then sniping just ruins it for you because you didn't get enough kills, like the AEGs out there, and it just kills the sport for you as a whole. That is what I'm trying to avoid with this giveaway, and I want somebody who is going to use this very well. Okay, so it's a giveaway, but, it's going to be select. It's going to be for somebody who wants to get into sniping. So, probably what I'll do is I'll just announce it during the raffle. Afterwards, I'm going to be like, all right, who is interested in getting into or is interested in improving sniper airsoft gameplay? Okay? Like, this is going to be a great build. It's going to be solid. It's not going to be absolutely crazy, but it's going to be a solid head start. Like, I'm not going to swap out the spring and stuff like that, but it's going to be built up to where it will be able to handle, heavy BBs, heavy springs, high joule output to make those 300-foot plus shots. That it's doable. As you probably saw in my most recent video with my Silverback SRS, it pulls 2.4 joules, which is perfect for that field. It has the 75-foot minimum engagement because it's not over 2.5 joules. And so, yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that. That's like aggressive recon gameplay, so to speak. Very fun. Check out that video, by the way. A link is, just click on my channel. Check out all the rest of my videos and stuff like that. Also, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment what you think down below of this podcast episode and my other videos. I'd love to see it. Let's get right into the podcast, shall we? Let's get right into the news. Okay, I'm not going to quote Keemstar. All right, let's get on to it. Our first topic of the day. New replica releases are happening in the world of airsoft with big heavy hitters like VFC, Arcturus, who has just been wiping the floor with their new replica releases, and a well-known airsoft company who has been known for their quality control issues as of lately. They used to be the heavy hitter to go to. Like, if you wanted to get something good, it would have been this company. But let's get right into it, shall we? So our first of the day is what VFC has recently released. It's their gas blowback rifle AK-74. Now, I haven't seen any of the YouTube videos on this thing, but I know VFC has been around for a while, and I think this thing is going to be awesome to use. Now, take that lightly. It's a gas blowback rifle. There's a lot of maintenance that goes along with these, but I mean, feeling recoil with a GBBR, it's unreal. It's awesome. This thing is immaculate. Let's take a look here. Yeah, it's an AK-74. Yeah, it looks like they got the stock rotary version 3 style hop-up. Steel construction, beautimous. And a folding stock as well. Very beautiful, very good, very nice. I wonder how the AK mags compare to like M4 or GBBR mags as well. So, description, it's got tough, full steel construction, a durable simulated surface treatment, real steel spec external furniture, drop in real AK furniture. That is awesome. Highly detailed with period correct production marking, CNC integrated steel bore bolt carrier, enlarged 22mm cylinder diameter for stronger recoil impulse. Nice. Simulated long stroke piston, action like real AK. Holy Toledo, they're coming in hard. Adjustable bolt travel setting, long stroke, full travel for simulation, or stroke for increased rate of fire. Oh, that's sweet. You can adjust the fire rate and the stroke. Realistic full steel eternal FCG, fire control group with braided wire hammer spring and cycle rate reducer. Easy disassembly hop unit design. VSR spec hop bucking and inner... Ooh, okay, so it's using a VSR 10 hop-up bucking. So, I mean, that's used commonly in a lot of pistols like high cabas and stuff like that. So, with that being said, with an inner barrel VSR spec, you're going to get some good accuracy out of this thing. Especially like those 4-quad buckings I talked about before with that curved top nub. Maybe that would be a good combination. Lightweight aluminum magazine, only 388 grams with 42 round capacity. Okay. Last round click indicator, dry firing mode. Okay. This thing is amazing. There's no reviews on it. So yeah, this is freshly released. And there are, I don't know who has posted the YouTube videos on it, but they have been posted on YouTube, so check them out. I think they have some gameplay and reviews. So that is a wow. That's a big one. So shout out to VFC. So this is on Red Wolf's site. So I think you can find it on there. I'll let you guys search it. You guys are probably more than capable of surfing the web. Let's get going to the next replica. I'm spacing out here. So, this is Arcturus's Karambit. This thing is insane. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is insane is AST Kilo 23 has done a thorough review on this. And I quote him, "It is the best airsoft AEG he has ever reviewed." So, coming from AST Kilo, it's saying a lot. High strength polymer with molded steel inserted receiver construction. The MOSFET enhanced version. So I think Arcturus threw in their brand new MOSFET in this thing. Quick spring chain system, of course. 24K bonded neodymium. I think I said that correctly. Motor. M-lock handguard designed to work with standard import AEG magazines. Flip up front and rear sight. So it looks like they took a play out of the... So these look like Specna sights on this thing. It looks sick on it. But yeah, this little PDW here. And of course, if you have ever used one of Arcturus's replicas, their hop-ups are freaking insane. Insanely good. Even in the MK1 LWT beginner airsoft replica, even in these, and the CATs, the AKs, they are phenomenal. And yeah, I would give AST Kilo 23's video a lookie for sure. It's a very thorough review on the construction and stuff like that. So, yeah, check out his video. Shout out to AST Kilo 23, the Arcturus Karambit. So that's pretty exciting there. And it's already out of stock too. Wow. Of course, this is on Rebel's Airsoft site. Since it just released, I do believe it will be released on Evic, Amped, all that stuff where you can find Arcturus. Probably Nomad Airsoft, a local vendor. Shout out to Nomad. He is a licensed Arcturus dealer, so he can probably get you this replica and have it hand delivered to you once you attend Nighthawk Paintball and Airsoft's next game, or wherever they are posted up. So check that one out. And an interesting one that's come out. The new Trident series for Trident MK3. So, Crytek has come out with their new Trident series. Let's see here. New arrivals. Let's see here. So, Crytek has released their new Trident series, a new Chris Vector, their new LMGs. I am curious with this. Again, I can't say much because, there's good Cryteks and there's bad Cryteks. It's crazy to hear that coming from that type of company and from the player base. Recently, Crytek's footprint has decreased in value because they've been having some QC issues, which is interesting because I remember not even like 4 or 3 years ago, Crytek was the gun to get. The replica to get. You're paying about $300 to $400 for a high quality replica. That's not the case anymore. Prices have risen. The average for a really good replica is about $200 to $300 now. So Crytek has to step it up, and maybe they have with the new Chris Vectors. So it looks like they got the one with the classic folding stock as well as the one with the M4 buffer tube and stock crane stock design. It looks like they got their new enhanced AEG and their para-enhanced AEG LMGs. I only heard of this from the Evic YouTube video release announcement, whatever. They came out with their new MK3s as well. So it looks like they got their PDW model, their SPR, their carbine, and so forth. So, give them a looky. Again, remember what I've said in a previous episode. Make sure you do your research and be careful when you're buying airsoft replicas. You don't want to be like certain West Side companies in Tacoma selling you a replica because they said it's good, and then it breaks on you because it was a poor quality replica, and then they don't have a return policy. Juicy, I know. A little bit of spicy Sasquatch today. So, I'll let you guys research that paraphrasing. Anywho, because there's a lot of that paraphrasing that's happened recently, and I don't like it at all. At all. Remember, airsofting is a sport of word of mouth, and if you have a bad word of mouth, it's going to bite you in the ass in the future. Anywho, let's get on. I don't know. Let's look further into these. Let's click on these. Interesting. I don't want to. Okay, so here's the specs here. So we have AEG, polymer, 11.1s. Okay. 30K motor. So I don't know. We will see with their quality on this stuff. Yeah, that probably is the same. 20 bucks more for a M4 style stock. Personally, I've run TDL Beep Beeps Vector, and I think it's fine with just the folding stock. I believe that's a classic Vector look. I like that better. Excuse me. Anywho, so it looks like 11.1 Crytek 30 motor, version 2 gearbox, Type 1 cylinder, anodized alloy. So again, my personal opinion is you should wait till some thorough reviews on these guns are released and go from there. Even if, like, I don't know, maybe US Airsoft will do a stress test or something like that. We will see. But that's enough of the replicas that have been newsy. So, I wouldn't say that's huge Crytek news. It's just a new release, but I mean, it's a nice... Cryteks are nice. We lucked out with Beeper's Crytek Vector, and I know that those are a nightmare to tech on, and luckily she hasn't had any problems at all with all that, so that's nice. Anywho, let us get on to our field spotlight for this episode. We're bringing it over to the west side in the upper left corner of the state of here in Washington State. I'm talking about Forest Fire Airsoft over in Arlington, Washington. Now, I have played at this field. It is a 5-acre field, and it is quite detailed for what it is. Personally, it's crazy to run. This is my personal opinion. It is a small field to be running something with sniper jewels, but I mean, they have very thorough, just simple rules, I would have to say. It looks like the field fee is $23.19 plus tax per player for self-equipped, and limited rentals available. So they're limited on the rentals, but they have them available. And a safety brief at 9:45 a.m., 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. So solid gameplay for that price. I would say, like, price per hour per gameplay, that's pretty damn solid. Saturday and Sunday. And they run paintball as well. Let's see. Membership. Let's, are we able to look at some pictures? Photos. Images. I want some images of the field. Where are some images of the field? Field maps. There we go. Let's take a look at the field. Access staging area. Upper field, swamp, hill 3, Omaha, LZ, Utah, lower field, jungle, camper field. That's the D-Day map, but this is the field right here. It's pretty, I mean, this is all the parking, staging, all that fun stuff where you get your rentals. And, yeah. So they have the castle somewhere. There's the castle right there. Yeah. There is a numerous there we go. There is a numerous amount of photos and videos from this. So yeah, there's the main castle right there. Their castle battles are very fun to do if you are a fan of like Battlefield Rush. Your goal is to take the castle, so that's pretty fun. I was ripping an Arcturus MK1 LW2, and I was hitting people from 200, 150 foot away. That thing was a ripper, defending the castle. It was very fun. Yeah. No, give these guys a look. They do a big... between Nighthawk Paintball and Airsoft and Forest Fire Airsoft, they do a Warhawk event. So Warhawk East is TDL's event over at Nighthawk, and then the Warhawk West is the other part where Nighthawk's owner Dale brings his tank and so forth, and they have a good old time. Definitely check them out. Let's see here. Waiver about. Contact us. Let's take a look. So there's all your information right there. Yeah, 17022 Burn Road, Arlington, Washington. No mail. So that's pretty cool. So this is another, I think this is a previous map. So it looks like they got a lot of tree cover compared to the old map. Looks like most of their information is on the... Let's take a look at memberships. So it looks like they got a season pass membership for $450. Let's put airsoft paintball. So here's what it entails. So there's your paintball information. For airsoft, it's entry for public play. Outside BioBeep is okay without surcharge, discounted or better entry to MILSIP events when they happen. HPA included if needed. This covers for the 2024 season. We will not backdate memberships, nor we will extend memberships for days you miss. If you wish to quit before then and your membership, we will refund the difference between the amount you paid for your membership less $25 tax per week, blah, 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 blah. Yep, good ambassadors of the sport and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool that they have that available. And they also have private parties. So let's take a look at the prices for private parties. $200. That's pretty damn good. Quantity is your group size. Okay, so minimum of 10 people, and it goes up, what is it, $20 per person. That's pretty decent, I would say. Thermal masks, chest protectors, 5,000 BBs total, up to 3 hours of play. So that's not bad if you're interested in that. But yeah, give these guys a look. Check out some of the YouTube videos of Forest Fire Airsoft. I'll link this website down below in the description. Check them out, ladies and gentlemen. Check them out. Let's see over here. That's all the information I have on that. I don't know if, yeah, I don't know what's happening else. Let's take a look here. Open play hours, private parties, airsoft waiver. Oh yeah, let's take a look at the waiver. So it's just basically signing the waiver of you sign this, they are not liable. Safety stuff, liabilities, all that fun stuff. So all participants must be at least 10 years of age as required by our insurance. Players age 10 to 17 need a parent guardian signature on waiver. That's pretty darn good. Pretty solid. What else do they have here? FAQ. What's that one? What should you know? Oh, this is cool. So it's got all that. Okay, so it's got a questions and stuff like that. About paintball. I mean, about airsoft too. So, and then also, it looks like they're hiring as well. Positions available, referee. And you can download the application there. Let's go back to the airsoft section, shall we? Contact us. 30 acres. That's where you can reserve. I mean, not a lot of air. They primarily do paintball, but they've really expanded on airsoft as well. So yeah, no. Also, some advice if you're playing on here. So Eastern, okay, little sniper talk here, a little bit of concealment stuff. So if you are wanting to blend in with the environment over here, I recommend a lot of green, especially in the springtime. This is like a rainforest, so a lot of green camos will work very well, especially good old multicam jungle here. If you're going on eastern side, ACP Marpat, also M81 in the wintertime. Mostly M81 and Marpat work good in the wintertime on the east side. West side, M81, Marpat, multicam jungle. All those green camos will work well. So that is it there. Also, what has recently happened is, I don't know if he's available. Maybe next podcast episode, he will be available to talk about this stuff here. Is Alex Hudson from the Soup Squad. They recently were able to attend Airsoft Con over at Evike in Anaheim, California. And they said it was an awesome experience. The place was very small for the convention. It was like 3,000 people in a small area. And the thing that stood out for me is they had one food truck, and that was it. Which is surprising because, I mean, for something like that, you'd ought to have like 5 food trucks. I'm like, really? Like one food truck? And he's like, yeah. It was nothing but ramen. If you loved ramen, then you were just fine. So I was like, oh, okay. Like he was like actual ramen with like the fish cake, the soft boiled egg, all that stuff. Actual ramen's delicious. And honestly, at some airsoft fields, they do have food available, which is cool. It would be cool to have that food available, and then maybe just like during swap meets and stuff like that. That would be big. That's the other thing. We need to have a swap meet in this state, especially like on the east side, that's centralized. Maybe around, I don't know, I wouldn't say Moses Lake or Walla Walla, or maybe Walla Walla, Tri-Cities, or even Yakima, honestly. Or even on one of the eastern fields like Pegasus or Nighthawk, or I don't know. Also, I might be doing another Kythera build. I'm excited about that. That engine is, I mean, people say it's like, a little bit wonky. But if you know how to tune it, it's pretty damn easy. I'm getting off topic here. Airsoft Con happened. Big giveaways and stuff like that happened. And raffles. And I think it was partial swap meet. A lot of big stars were there too. So that was cool. I'm just looking at Discord too. Wow. Okay. Stay tuned for some new news. When it happens. Wow, that's big. Okay. What else here? Maybe some tips and tricks. I'm going through my topics here. I see that the podcast is only 30 minutes in. I'm going to try and extend it a little bit. Let's see here. Yeah, Airsoft Con. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. From U.S. Airsoft's videos, it's pretty damn cool seeing the airsoft community down there in Texas. Personally, I think that would be like an out-of-state thing that I would want to check out and stuff like that. So yeah. Also, okay. Here is a... Okay. This is a heavy topic, but before we have that heavy topic, I will be right back. I've been drinking water, staying hydrated, as you should when you're on the field. I'm talking to every one of you who doesn't bring at least 3 bottles of water. Stay hydrated. I will be right back. All right, I'm back. Alrighty, so, we are 30 minutes into the podcast. I'll have one of the soup guys on. Maybe next episode if they're available, or when they're available, to talk more about Airsoft Con and how it is, their experience. I do know the other guy, one of the other guys over there, a good friend of mine, Meeseeks, he was able to meet Chris, a.k.a. the Swamp Sniper, a.k.a. the owner of Ballahack Airsoft over there. Unfortunate news, though, due to some personal reasons or personal stuff that happened, Swamp Sniper won't be able to make it to the Fallout game this year. It sucks, but hey, you got to remember, Nighthawk Paintball and Airsoft, or just Washington Airsoft in general, is on the radar for the Swamp Sniper, and how big that is for the Airsoft community over in the state, which is amazing. Yeah, he's been checking out a lot of the Fallout Airsoft videos that have been posted on YouTube. Yeah, no, it's baffling that he knows about that community, which is awesome. All right, so another thing I want to talk about is field adminship, admin abuse, and player adminship. Now, this is a thing where responsibility is key, all right? Responsibility is a big part of Airsoft, and honor. The honor system is a big part of it as well. There are a plethora. So the majority of the Airsoft community is full of seriously good and helpful field admins, referees, and stuff like that. And there's always that small bunch that ruins it for the rest of us. That's what we're going to talk about. So, I'm not going to name names. I'm never going to name names and stuff like that, because I don't want flack on my ass. So, but if the shoe fits, So the first one is, an experience of ours, the Death Legion, the TDL crew. This crew right here, my team. We were over at Forest Fire Airsoft, and let's just say if you are a referee and you're running the whole game, and you're only admin, reffing via a microphone from one position, you're not going to get anything resolved or done. Okay? At least be walking around the field and make sure everything is spick and span. Don't just sit there and just all the way on your phone and just with a microphone be like, hey, don't do that. And that's all you're doing. You're not solving anything. You're not reffing. Just go away. I think they resolved that. Also, stand behind the rules that you say at safety briefing. Okay? That is what they're there for. That is the field rules. If you don't follow the field rules with your reffing and stuff like that, that's still admin abuse. I don't care what it is, referee abuse, whatever you want to call it. Let's see here. Yeah. Not good. Not good. So, my fiance, TDLBB, she was following the rules, right? There is a rule. Now, some fields don't do this, and some fields do. Okay? Gotta remember that. The rule of blind man. Okay? The correct way of blind man is you need to have a buddy and you need to go somewhere that's safe. Pull out your dead rag after you're done defogging your goggles and stuff like that. You go back to respawn. You get your buddy to cover you, okay? Make sure to cover you. You sit in that corner and then you can take your goggles off, all right? Make sure it's a secluded corner somewhere. That way there is no angle for you to be hit or stuff like that. Or even go up to a ref with your buddy for extra protection. You can do that on certain fields. And they advertise that at this field, okay? For the ref to turn around and be like, no, you can't take your goggles off. There is no blind man rule. When they have obviously said that there was a blind man rule. And if you follow those steps, you can do that, okay? Fogging in airsoft is very common, and it sucks. I recommend X-Fogs. They're very good. Or the Vulcan Zulu goggles, which I run now. They're awesome. Yeah. Talk about ridiculous. Stand behind the rules you say at safety briefing. Jeez. I don't think that guy works there anymore. To be honest. I don't think he does. Also, another experience. So this was at Nighthawk. So me and Beep Beep and a plethora of our team, we are field refs. And we have the field ref band, or we have the green card saying we're a field ref. We're player reffing, all right? We're playing like normal, and we follow the rules. If we see somebody breaking the rules, we're not calling their hits. We pull our dead rag out. We go over there and be like, hey, what's going on here? Why are you doing this? Yada, 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 right? Okay? And then if the problem escalates, you go to a ref. And that escalates, you go to a staff admin. And if that escalates, you go to the owner himself. And they will take care of it. And they're very good at taking care of it at that field. Shout out to Nighthawk. When you have the player admin powers, you have a responsibility. All right? 14-hour game at Fallujah. So there is a taxi and taxi driver, right? And there's players in the taxi. That's, close quarters area, and they stated in the rules, the taxi driver, CQB guns only. So, a joule or less for that rule, okay? You can go in there to the taxi and run a CQB gun. You can take your other gun with you, but if you're shooting out of the van or whatever, it's just safer that way because you could shoot in the van accidentally and hit somebody. When you're shooting into the van, less than 5 feet at somebody's head, that is a serious safety issue, okay? It was so ridiculous. I don't know the whole thing that entailed, but that is a serious safety issue. You sign the waivers to be safe, yada, yada, yada. You agree to the rules, and a lot of waivers, they have the rules on the back of the waiver, and you read that and you sign it as well. As well as the safety brief. Airsoft is a very safe sport, okay? And staff and admins and referees and everybody and, regular players, they do everything in their power to keep it that way. And when you're a jackwagon, you're just ruining the sport for the rest of us. That's why I hate the rage bait, all that other stuff. Players not being safe, mag dumping into one another. Hell, confronting people and punching them. Dude, no bueno. So, this group who fired into the taxi hit the taxi driver in the head, while the other person who was in the taxi was just reffing in the back or whatever to ref, and then they were being dropped off in town, I think. They were how should I say it? They're just doing their thing in the taxi. When you have a group that was firing into the taxi at 5 or less feet, that's unsafe. And one of those players in the group is a player ref, that looks even worse. Come on. use your noggin, okay? And then when the ref's like, no, I need to see all, your chrono tags. I need to see your zip ties. And, color zip ties indicate what engagement you can do and stuff like that. And then when the player admin of the group that fired way past their minimum engagement, or way less than their minimum engagement with the replica, says to the guy who shot the driver oh, this doesn't involve you. You can go, and tells you to run. That makes it look even worse. Who thinks that? That makes it look worse for the player that shot the person, way less than their MED, and the player admin themselves. Luckily, that player lost his player admin and player reffing rights. Dude. No bueno. No bueno. Admin abuse. Or not admin. Player ref abuse and admin abuse and stuff like that. When you use that power in your favor and not follow the rules and stuff like that, it doesn't mean you can't get away with jack, okay? You can't get away with that. It means you are responsible for the safety of others, and if you see stuff that's not following the rules, you get on that. Like fly on a turd. Okay? It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Like the staff's not there to mess around. They're there for people to have fun and to be safe. Listen to them. Listen to them. And there's a lot of people who, there was another one that happened. This was at the Fallout game. They were player reffing and they were taking photos. So during the safety brief, they were like, oh, don't shoot me. I have a pistol. But that's just to spot check people and stuff like that. Usually with people like that, they wear a high-vis vest. And they indicate that they're clearly taking photos. Alright? Now, when you don't wear that, that confuses players. And then when you go into the game taking photos and then you whip out something full auto and start shooting at people, that leaves even more confusion. And it takes people off. Now that was handled as well. Being a field admin or field ref doesn't give you advantages. Yes, it gives you more power on the field for stuff to say, but there's keyword responsibility. That is important. There's a lack of responsible people. And it sucks. It really sucks. So, I don't know. Just grinds my gears. It really does. And field adminship and staff and stuff like that, you need to this is a place to have fun. I see a lot of places to where they're like, oh, egos and stuff like that. So I'm not going to announce the field. I will let you do your research and your digging. I know some people are really good on that. So let's start with, I'm going to read some reviews here. Only buy exactly what you have researched yourself. I don't mind the price in brick and mortar stores, but different pricing than online. Just the guys don't quite know how they are recommending, and I end up with wrong gears. Another one. This place was fun at first on a Sunday. We had a good time with the first ref. All the players were really nice and helpful. We were having fun. Then the ref with the piercings in his face started, and he was very rude to everyone, especially the kids, making it not very kid-friendly. Please be cautious bringing kids to this establishment. He had poor game choices and attitude. It made the whole experience come crashing down. He needs to learn some respect for the players who are paying for their time to play. For that reason, 3 stars. Beware of the wet floor on the field. I slipped 2 times and fell hard on the concrete floor. This is a major hazard. Players beware. Again, if you are reffing, yes, be positive. Know when to put your fist down. And admin or ref. When everybody's having a good time and chill, be chill. All right? Be chill. But if somebody's not listening and, give them their warnings and stuff like that, or they're not listening to safety brief, you'd be like, hey, come on, pay attention. We're here to have fun. I'm here. You need to pay attention to the safety brief. That's when you put your foot down. All right? Be a positive experience for the people paying to play airsoft. Here's another one. This is like field adminship, owner, or whatever like that. I'll give you an only hit. It is a West Side field. Starts with a T. Buyer beware. We spent $2,500 on equipment here, and a helmet we bought wouldn't tighten down properly. So we tried to exchange it, and they said they don't take returns or exchanges. What? If something's defective, you should probably do that. Have a return policy. I even spoke with the manager who said I could sell it to someone else. Won't spend another dime here. Wow. Thank you for offering to exchange the $10 helmet, but you had your chances to keep out patronage and lost it. All we wanted was a helmet that worked properly out of the box, because this one did not. I tried to show you that, but you said you couldn't do anything for me. It adjusts to the head, but doesn't lock into place to hold it on your head. You even suggested I sell it to someone else. Also was purchased September 25th, and my son brought it to exchange 2 days after purchasing, and your staff told him he was SOL. There's other keep your business. There's other places we can spend our hard-earned money. Like, not having a return policy is one thing, but when you're just like, oh, you're SOL, might as well just sell it. How does that make you look? Not very word-of-mouth friendly and networking, are we? Come on. Another 1-star review. This was my second time here, and it was the worst second time. The ref was not the best as the others. He was kind of mean, and my friend was running his Polar Star with green gas. Okay, so what this sounds like, it's a field that doesn't allow HPA, but he's running green gas, so no regulator, stuff like that. I wonder how he engineered that. That's interesting. Let me know down in the comments. He was in legal limits on the field. Okay, cool. And he's been playing with it for years. Might not come back after this experience. That was 2 months ago. Wow. And again, I'm not naming the business. 3-star review, great facility and storage. Just a minor thing is the Saturday night ref can sometimes go on a power trip. Okay. Power trips. Ref within your means. Again, don't be like dictator on the field. Nobody's going to want to play at that point. Know when to put your foot down and ref when there's a problem that arises. When somebody's not calling their hits, give their warning and stuff like that, and be like, hey, bro, call your hits. Come on. If they don't listen, be a little bit more stern after that and stuff like that. You're giving warnings. Hold on. The wifey texted me. Anywho. Yeah, ref needs to take a chill pill. A year ago. So yeah, don't be, I'm not naming the business name. Don't be like this. For starters, they're rude. This is a 1-star review. They don't like being there or doing their job. They hate people and they're stuck up. Don't be a stuck up in the sport. Yeah, you might be, a veteran player. You might play good and stuff like that, but set a leadership example. Don't be egotistical. Nobody likes that. Don't be super egotistical, and stay humble. Sit down. Be humble. One day I brought some tracer BBs and they don't even work in my tracer unit. Oh, you bought some tracer BBs. It's compatible with red and green, but they didn't work at all, so the rest of the same. My BBs aren't working. You checked them. Oh, no, you can't. Well, okay. So that's... You open up a can of BBs, it's non-returnable. That makes sense, but, know your products and what's behind them and stuff like that. Yeah, terrible no return policy. If you bring a new gun from them, they won't educate you on how to bring the gun to spec and won't refund your ticket if your gun is out of spec. So, I don't know. Those are just review examples I have found on Google. Do your research, yada, yada, yada. Admin abuse is a thing. Don't be like that stuck-up, egotistical, power-tripping ref, or don't be the scumbag that's using referee powers for his gain and not for the rest of the player base that's playing. All right? There's a lot of great examples out there, and there's a lot of stand-up people. All right? I got a little heated during that topic. Holy cow. Because I've seen it all. I've seen it all. Out of the 2011, 13, 14 years I have been playing, I've seen it all. So, you're there to have fun, follow the rules, and you can have a great time. There have been games where, some of the best games, it's not the biggest of games. It is probably like 6 people at my local field, the Yakima Airsoft Center. One of the best games I had, there was probably like 6 or 7 people or 8 people. And it was the time of our lives. And then it was like 6, and then we did like a free-for-all, and it was so fun. Like, everybody was following the rules. Everybody was laughing and stuff like that. There's no competition. It's not a competition. Unless it's a legit ranked like tournament and stuff like that, yeah, you'd be competitive. But this is public play. You play your best of your abilities. Somebody gets a good shot at you. Holy cow. I've had many people take good shots on me. I'm like, hit? Oh, whoa. That was awesome. And it was probably one of the new people. You embellish that into their heads. Okay, now this is just setting an example. Okay, next topic. Setting an example and being a leader in the sport. You're embedding that moment into that new player's head, and they're going to be like, wow, I did that. I'm going to come back and try to do that again. And you're hooking them into the sport. Okay? You're hooking them. That is a good feeling. And, you're setting a good example. And they're going to want to play with people like you. Like, they're like, oh, Sasquatch is playing. He's good. He's good on the field. I got Sasquatch 3 times. Holy cow. You're amping them up. Like, I play to the best of my ability, but some people get good shots on me. I'm going to congratulate them. I'm going to be, nice hit. Good job. Give them a fist bump at the end of the game. You love to see that. It's a good feeling. You're having a great time. Everybody's on cloud 9. It's so fun. All right. That's the thing I hate about some of the airsoft community too, is the rage bait, cheater catching, stuff like that. Ugh. It's frustrating. So, I think that's all I have for you guys today. It's a little bit of a longer episode, I know. It's not quite the long episode that we did. I'm trying to shoot for like a 45-minute minimum, 50-minute minimum, and stuff like that. So I will be linking all that stuff down below. And for a future episode, I'm going to try to get some people on here. So maybe the Soup Squad, maybe Dale from Nighthawk. He did DM me. He does want to do a podcast episode and announce a lot of the new stuff that's been happening on the field like that. Again, I know I mention Nighthawk a lot, but it's my main outdoor field. I love it over there. Great community, great vibes, Brandon Strong. So, yeah. That's all I have for you guys today. And, yeah. I will catch y'all on the flip side. Have a good day. Have a great weekend. Have a safe November, December, holidays, and stuff like that. Remember, I know Halloween has passed by, but don't be those people that display their. Now I know it's cool, it's realistic looking. Don't be displaying your replica in public. Okay, there's another topic. Don't be. People are gonna think that's real. All right, and then cops are gonna get involved, and it's gonna make the sport look bad. Don't be those people. Don't be those people. Don't be those people. All right, keep them locked up. Use a Nerf gun or make a gun replica out of EVA foam. It looks better for the community. All right. That's all I have for you today. Thank you guys so much for listening or watching the Chrono Shack Podcast. I will catch you guys in the next video. Oh, I need to do the outro. Videos. Well, this is scuffed. All right. Bye, guys. Have a great day. Peace.
Sport of airsoft as a whole. Viewer discretion is advised.